Here we go, the first Nintendo Direct of 2022 is officially coming tomorrow. 2 p.m. Pacific Time and 5 p.m. Eastern, so I know what I'll be doing tomorrow evening around dinner time. I'm very excited because I think this is going to be a very big year for the Nintendo Switch. I think there's a lot up on deck, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be focusing on games releasing during the first half of the year, and I think we're going to be seeing, obviously, a little more of a push for Kirby, because that is releasing very, very soon. We might get a little bit of a look, even though it's focusing mainly on stuff the first half of the year. I think we're going to get some more teasers, information, little bits here and there for Splatoon 3 and probably Breath of the Wild 2, even if those are more towards the end of the year. I think they'll show up in some form. I'm hoping it is past time to find out what Monolith Soft has been working on aside from obviously things like Zelda, but what's going on with Xenoblade. And there's a good chance that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 could finally show here. What I'm hoping happens, though, more than anything, I really hope that we see a spring release, like March, April, May, of Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch. Something a little bit more like the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, more than just a straight port. Maybe a little, very short extra chapter, kind of like how that had to tie up that cliffhanger ending if they don't want to do a full-out sequel. Just some enhanced version of Xenoblade Chronicles X for Nintendo Switch. I really hope that happens, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is more the late fall, towards the Christmas season, fourth quarter type game for this year. That would be amazing, but I think in general Monolith Soft, one way or the other, is going to show up. The other things that I would hope for that could be on the table, we have Atlas still in the middle of that Persona celebration, and it is absurd that Persona 3 and especially 4 Golden are not on the Nintendo Switch. Those would make so much money. It'd be crazy not to, and I think those would be on the table. Those might possibly be coming, and who knows what else is going to happen. Square might show up with something. We might get a closer look at the next Dragon Quest or the remake of Dragon Quest 3. There are all kinds of possibilities, things that could be happening. A new Fire Emblem keeps being tossed around, rumors of that coming out this year. Again, I think this is going to be a huge year for the Switch. Sales of the console are through the roof, and it's been getting a lot of support. I think we're building up to a really strong year, and I think we're going to see a lot of big hitters, and I think a few surprises that are going to just blow people away. I think this is going to be a really big direct. I have high hopes for this one, just because of what it seems like this year is going to turn out to be for the Switch. And of course, there are always those pie-in-the-sky hopeful things that are likely never going to happen. Skies of Arcadia, I would love to see, obviously. I'd love to see some older Tales games moved over, getting friendly with other companies and getting the Xenosaga trilogy over here. Anything like that would be amazing. I doubt any of that will happen, but of course there's always those. But the main thing I'm looking for is more of a concrete idea of what's coming out the first half of the year, and a look at what is happening with Monolith Soft. I'm really going to be spending those 40 minutes with my fingers crossed, just kind of in the back of my mind going, Xenoblade, 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 even if it's, it doesn't matter if it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3, just a teaser showing factually that it exists, a port of X, whatever it is. Just can't wait. I think it's going to be exciting one way or the other. It's going to be 40 minutes of fun, and maybe it'll be a few complete surprises that I never would have thought of, whether they're big or small, that could be interesting. I just think it's going to be a very strong year, and this is going to be a great way to kick it off.